Okay. So, do I want to start off by playing this thing that I had on my list of itch.io things? Or... this does look cute. Yeah, okay, leave it running. I guess I could. That's true. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Was this the person that was asking about art commissions? Because I'm not looking to commission anything right now. It's one of those, like, tuck it into the corner of my stream or something somewhere. I'm not commissioning anything right now. Oh, is there music attached to this game? To... Okay, I was like, wait, no, mistakes were made. Plant. Planted? What was the, space, I guess. And then the number go up. Okay. Finally finished making the escape room for the Escape Simulator 2. That's cool. That doesn't happen to be a free game, does it? Escape Simulator 2, I'm assuming, is, because I would love to playtest it. Yeah, okay, 20 bucks. Oh, I have Escape Simulator on my wish list, but not Escape Simulator 2. Well, then I guess we'll put that along with the other 4,000 things on my wish list. Yeah, no, I'm not looking to spend 20 bucks on a game that I'm gonna forget exists. I'll do that with $2. I'll spend $2 on a game that I will forget exists. Let's get a nice clump going, I guess. Oh, they kind of clump up naturally, don't they? Interesting. Wait, does this have music? Oh, I guess I could look over at OBS. And that would tell me, it does have music. What's good, yeah? Yeah, no. I see the name, and I lose the game. Dagnabbit. What's this game about? This was just one of the things on itch. Since I'm following just so many people on itch.io. This just happened to be the latest thing that they put on here. And this looks like it's a handmade collage toy idle game. Okay, wait, give me, I was gonna say, give me one of these balls. I don't know what this is. Eggs, maybe? We'll get these nice clusters of, and then wait for the next one. Can you help me find an idea for a game I stumbled upon in my very unorganized neural network of a brain? It's an image. Bad with words. Find an idea that you stumbled upon in your brain. I cannot access the inside of your head, but I guess I could try to parse this image for you. I just realized I am very trusting that I just clicked a random link to here. Oh, and then the ads pop up. Yeah, that we leave it on this? No, we leave it on this. Oh, an idea for a name about that kind of game. Okay, now we'll do less clustered. It is cool that you can cluster them. We'll do a little list. Yeah, okay, you're in an ad. That's why I was like, okay, no, we're just gonna play this for a bit. Oh, this aesthetic is awesome. It's cool that it is all out of paper and stuff. Okay, then we could do some more grass. It's like part decoration, part idols, actually. An incredibly compelling idea. We'll do a little more grass over here, I guess. 12,000. It's gonna take a bit. Oh, ad ended for you? Okay, yeah, so this... It always has the block of like 2 to 3 minutes of ads. And I just kind of assume... Well, it's just because I don't know. Like some other people probably do have a longer block of ads. This thing doesn't give as much. Do ye? We'll do some more of these then. See if that increases the amount. Well, yeah, it'll increase the amount, but... Oh, I guess I could be doing some ideation while the ad is running there, as I try to figure out what Tom the Tilter, who tilts stuff through random obstacles to a door. Some objects need a key to be tilted. And you're looking for a name? An idea for a name of the game. I mean, you got Tom the Tilter right there. That just... Or something about tilting. I could definitely give you some games that have some tilting mechanics. Because this Yoshi's Tilt... What's it called? Long play. Yoshi Topsy-Turvy? Universal Graviton? No. Yoshi... There was a Yoshi Game Boy Tilt. Thinking Tom the Tilter. Got Bob the Builder, but with Tom. So Tom the Tilter. Okay. Oh, okay. So Yoshi Topsy-Turvy in America. Universal Gravitron is kind of long. Yoshi Topsy-Turvy, probably. But this also had a tilt mechanic.
Hey guys, I'm Adventure Andy. I'm playing Yoshi Topsy-Turvy for the Game Boy Advance. And this game is brought to you by GameNome.com.
This is gonna... There we go. Okay. This doesn't show the cartridge, though. Because that was kind of the neat thing about this, was that there was the cartridge for it that I actually had the, like... Yeah, there we go. This big chunky top on the top of the cartridge so that it could actually detect the tilting left and right and stuff. Going back to game dev and taking a break from the whatever code. Gonna now code in C++. That seems a little easier, I would assume. I don't know. But at least in terms of games that use a tilt mechanic, there's this one that lets you, yeah, roll balls around and walk up walls and stuff. And then there was Loco Roco, which I don't know exactly all the stuff that it used, but yeah, the Yoshi, the Topsy Turvy, I actually own. That one I still have. This I never played. There's a handful of PlayStation games that I'm a little like. It's this and Shadow of the Colossus. No, I think there's actually a couple of other PlayStation ones, but like I just don't want to pay a bunch of money to buy a bunch of PlayStation stuff just to play Shadow of the Colossus. So I guess that's you go to the library, you rent some stuff. That might be what I need to look into there. So yeah, use Linux, okay. But you're not gonna do it for Windows, but Mac users won't get the game. I've heard that making stuff for Mac is kind of a pain too. And what little I've done with iOS is like, no, I don't like this. That was the last job. I was actually doing stuff to put something on iOS, and I was like, this is a pain. But I think in terms of names, I think Tom the Tilter works perfectly fine. Or something about tilting, if that is in fact the game idea. So Pez's work. That sounds familiar, and I don't know why. Or rather, probably a YouTube channel that I've seen before, or no? Oh, the chicken. Yeah. Or was this shared recently? This might have also been shared on the channel recently, which is why I watched a video recently. No, where's the one that it was making an actual physics simulation that works? And then you put a picture on top of it, and then you rerun the simulation so it looks like it goes from just a whole bunch of random nonsense to, oh, look, it actually is a picture. Maybe this? Okay, but I have seen this, so. Want to write text like ChatGPT, so would you do that and the AI analyzer sees it 100%? Well, I was like, you want to make something, you want to make something like ChatGPT or use ChatGPT? That's two entirely different things. Okay, also music, and then I can also try to get cranking on a thing for the first time in, like, ever. I wanted to write text in ChatGPT. Is there that much of a learning curve? At least, like, the little that I've messed with Claude, it just seems like you just chat with it like normal. But unless you're talking, like, prompting, like, I know, like, Midjourney is, like, trying to figure out the right prompt to get the right image kind of thing, so. How it took me longer to make a game than a whole operating system, about 24 times faster. Or well, this is with ChatGPT, or this is just on your own making an operating system? A whole operating system does sound like it would be hard, but a game sounds like it should be simpler, but nothing to do with ChatGPT. Okay. Because I can't imagine trying to do ChatGPT to make either an operating system or a game. All I've heard is that it just kind of, the errors compound and you can't, whatever, like you could vibe code a single thing, but once you try to add to that, once you try to make it customized at all, then it just is too much. CMake is a lot harder than making an operating system. Yeah, and I'm also not familiar with CMake. I'm not familiar with a lot of things. Yeah, I'm not a programmer. I'm much more on the design side of things. good at that? No, not really. You don't have to be good at things, though. You just gotta be marketable. Okay, don't play the game. I wanted to change there's 2 bugs, and I don't know if I wrote them down, but I should, so that I could feel, yes, okay, ball's not scoring correctly after resetting, and the end menu is a little smashed, so. Refuse to learn Python? I've heard Python's pretty simple. I don't know why your CMake or whatever you're using visual code thing you use. That's code in Notepad. Don't judge me, please. I'm not judging you. It just seems like it'd be difficult. But don't like Python's syntax. Well, because that's one that's like you can do just var, right? Instead of having to say what exactly the variable is. That has always rubbed me a little weird. Where I'm like, well, now because then you have to like check all the time. Like, is this even the thing that I want? Which I suppose you're doing with variables a lot anyway, but it still it's like it's too flexible at that point, so. Yeah, how many codes are in the loop? Yeah, I haven't messed with Python much at all. There was maybe like I touched it in college like 10 years ago, so. I was watching Doug do a little bit of the like teaching people in Python, and it didn't look too bad. But the lack of curly brackets. Well, yeah, I think that's one of those ones that like you can get yourself pretty unorganized pretty fast. Is what it looks like. Is the like you don't have the because you're just using tabs, I think it said. Yeah, I can see why if you miss a tab. That does sound pretty powerful and pretty fast though, but that does seem like you could disorganize yourself pretty quick as well. It was the menu, the game over. The menu buttons are overlapping. Okay. There's 2 things I kind of wanted to try to tackle. Bug. Okay, so why is the ball not... Well, okay, fixing the UI should be trivial. As in, I probably didn't even need to make it a task. Yes. But I did. So let's just give it an old heave-ho. Yeah, okay, I didn't even need to worry about this as a thing. There we go. So now those are a bit separated. Now the other question being... Oh, and this is in fact playing the rest of this person's stuff, right? Yes, okay, good. I hate that. It's... I don't know exactly when and where or why the SoundCloud says if you click on a song, whether it's going to just take you to something random on SoundCloud or if it's going to actually play the rest of the stuff. Why do people hate assembly and Python is loved? It's the if assembly doesn't have curly braces like Python. Yeah, I think it's how difficult it is to figure out the logic and how easy it is to blow off your own foot. So it's the closer you get to the guts of the computer, I think the more people get overwhelmed by how much stuff there is and how much like you have to do your own memory management and stuff like that. And see, I actually haven't messed with it's like I never got down into the assembly level. Like I've always been on the never did a ton of engineering stuff. Like I've never messed with the hardware of anything. I knew there were people in college messing around with Raspberry Pis, and I never did it. I think my one brush It might have been like a robotics or mechanics was the one. Oh, what was it? It was a thing in middle school. I want to say like Destination Imagination or something. Maybe that's just because that rhymes, but it was try to build a cart that can drive in a triangle, and then all the older kids just said we're not gonna do anything, and then we didn't do anything. So that's about as much as I've done. Like this has got to be something else entirely. No, this is preparing kids for STEM-related creative process stuff. Maybe this was what it was. No, this is probably exactly what it was. I'm surprised I was able to remember that. I just remember being bummed that I was actually like interested in doing the project, but then the older kids just said, nah, we're just not gonna do anything. And then we still won something because we were the only ones that competed. Yeah, mostly because abstraction helps speed, and assembly's lack of abstraction means it takes very long to make complex stuff and it's more difficult to pick up. Yeah, that's exactly. And that's, I think, why people want to learn how to vibe code using an AI, is because you don't want to get into the guts of, well, now I gotta move, or, you know, I gotta turn this specific pixel on and off. You just want to say, oh, I press a button in, and then it magically gives me the thing that I want. The magic in this case being using a lot of power and water and whatever else. Although I know there's the concern about the water usage of AI, but I think that's one of those things, like, because it's a water and power. I think both of those things are also going to just come down in terms of we're going to make more power and we're going to make it easier to get more water. I think it's also somewhat negligible in terms of like water usage compared to like farming or watering a lawn or something too. So just one of those odd ones that somehow got lumped in there, that like AI uses a bunch of water, but like a bunch is still not a ton when compared to some other things that use a bunch of water. But the lack of abstraction means that it's possible to optimize to a point that's not possible with other language. But given that C++ compiler is advancements, you really have to be good in assembly to write better than assembly. Then the compiler spits out. I feel like I was watching a video somewhat recently that was talking about like improvements in coding languages. Wow, it's just a yapping kind of day, isn't it? Yeah, but that's also because I ain't got like anything I'm doing tomorrow. Because it's a holiday tomorrow, which is exciting. I'm like, yay. I mean, and I keep starting up the stream late because I keep having appointments for stuff. But I am finally getting my kidney stone figured out. I'm finally getting set up for like, okay, let's get you scanned, and let's get an appointment set up to have that dealt with. Well, we'll see how long it takes me to get kidney stone free. That's, I think, still going to be a couple months away. But at least I'm at the point of like, okay, I'll get scanned and then they can figure out next steps. Oh, I did that. Okay, it's the ball not scoring correctly after resetting. So, because that was pretty consistent, wasn't it? Which is, so I guess it's how am I resetting? I don't know if I want to continue using Unity. The way it just explodes every single moment. It's always in some constant state of explosion. Yeah, there, like that. Like, it's not usable anymore. Okay, I'm not playing the Dumb Dad Blasted game. I'm just... Okay, just do that. So then I lose. And then I hit restart. Then I hit go. And then it decides to leave. But Python being interpreted means it's always way slower. There are many reasons I don't like Python. Good luck with the kiddies. I hope you get well soon. Like I said, it's going to be probably a couple months before it gets fully, like, or at least, because I'm assuming after I get scanned, which will be the next couple weeks here, that the next step would be schedule the actual surgery. But the question is, like, when are they going to be available, seeing how December and holidays are coming up? But we'll see. Hopefully somebody's still around for the holidays, so. See me when you finish making a texture. Good luck with your texture. Have fun with that. After talking about a bunch of code stuff, I'm surprised that's the next step is a texture thing. Okay, wait. Game over text set active. Why is that? I don't like this, Unity. Why is this your new thing? Where you don't actually load correctly. I don't know how to fix that easily either, so. I haven't even begun coding, only the app. The engine stuff? As in you're like, you've only done the engine stuff, not the game stuff? Or... What is this, Unity? I don't like this. I can't read anything. This is like the latest. This is, or not, maybe not the latest, but this is a fairly updated version of Unity. This is really just making me say I need to. I don't want to start over at a different engine though. But if the engine is like falling apart on me, and I mean they already blew some goodwill with the whatchamacallit, the pricing debacle from last year? That was last year? Or... Man, when was that? Time has been passing. Time keeps on slipping into the future. Okay, but I can't... I was trying to check to see why this... Okay. It just is setting it active. Why would a reset not have the game over text? What the hell is this, Unity? I would like to just use your program here. It's after I click under it that it shows me the thing. That's just flipping weird. Okay, these text things. Score text, round text, game over text. Game over text. Like, it's just making it active or inactive, yeah. Not that it's not there. You can use PowerPoint for the textures. Interesting. Meanwhile, I'm thinking of making it like Silksong's textures, but in a tile way. Interesting. Oh yeah, we were doing this thing over here too. I always say I love the aesthetic, and then I don't know how to spell that. I lied, I do. Okay, there. Okay, then those can go away. Because apparently we're not talking game design, we're just talking name of the game. And I don't think we need Pez's work. I think I'm going to put Tom the Tilter there. Linux can't have PowerPoint? Oh, so you just barely started trying to do textures in PowerPoint? I think there's other programs that would be better for making textures, so... Laze Paint. Never used it. Okay, so you're getting deep into, like, let's try some things. Okay, let's just see. When I hit restart. Wait, restart is just fully restarting the scene, right? Why would that... Okay, wait. Canvas button for game over, restart button. Is the game manager restart? Which feels like it should be more on like a main menu thing, but that's okay. This is all just prototype stuff. 5 months of prototyping? Kinda. Or 6 months? What would April? Great. Although I missed a couple months there. So April to November minus a couple months. Because 1 month was vacation, 1 month was something else. I was doing something else. I don't remember what it was. But would you play Tom the Tilter? Well, like I said, I played Yoshi Topsy Turvy, and I want to play Loco Roco, but I never did play Loco Roco. Oh, shoot, that's not enough. Because I know there was another one that was like rotating the world, but that. I mean, most likely, if it's a 2D platformer, I won't play it. I will definitely test it. Like, if you send me stuff to play, I will definitely test it. But in terms of, like, will I get around to, like, playing a full game? Because I have a few things on my Steam library that are like, oh, this is a local dev, dropped this game, so I bought it, and then I haven't gotten around to actually playing it. And I did try the Killing Stone demo, because this is another... local dev. If I know a person, that definitely increases the likelihood that I will at least try the game. If not, finish it. Even if it gets me motion sick. I know the 360 no scope. I gave that a few different tries, and yeah, the 360 was a bit too much for me. So this is just restarting the scene. It's just the loading the scene again. And it's doing that. It's weird that that manifested as just the ball doesn't score, doesn't reset correctly. I hate you. I don't... I think I'd be intimidated trying to learn a new engine, but also Unity does not seem to be functioning for me. Okay, stop trying to play the game. You're not playing the game, you're just testing. Yeah, because it just fully restarts the game, but then it somehow manifests as that? God balls. Oh, it's when it's trying to score at the end, then it says the game over text is not there? How and why would that not be the case if it just reset the whole scene, though? Yeah, pixel, vector, or standard digital art for the textures. Well, Silksong was the reference point, right? Which, it's a, that's a detailed, pretty game. I feel like that would be a lot to try to replicate that. I guess the bugs are a little less detailed, but the rest of the world looks pretty dang detailed. Yeah, I had fun with Hollow Knight. I had fun with Hollow Knight well after its release. I think that's going to be the same case here for Silksong, is that I will have fun with Silksong well after its release. I don't really know how to get around this in terms of... No, wait, if the round is greater than the max round... It's resetting the whole scene, though. Why in the world would it be trying to do this? Is it restart? Am I not restarting the scene correctly? I feel like loads, because these are not... These don't persist over the life of the scene. Or like they're not variables that I'm saving, right? These are just variables for the score. I don't know why it would be trying to... So either I restart it differently or I do... Wait, game over text is the menu. If I make it just a game object, or is game over text not even related? You are a text, but it has those buttons. And I'm not actually changing the text, right? It just needs to say game over. So if I change it to a game object, I doubt that's going to change anything, but I might try it anyway. Okay, so instead of text, let's just do game over menu. So then that can go away. And this is just game over menu. And then I don't need this. For a Silksong kind of style, use Crit or Inkscape if Polygot reads it. Well, and that's, yeah. I think it was also leaving to go make a texture. So, might have left to make a texture using PowerPoint, which is wild. But I've also used plenty of old defunct software to try to do things. Like Unity here. Unity is feeling like old defunct software. The way it just keeps flipping crashing. Okay, that's on me. That one's fully on me. There. Let's call it game over menu, despite the fact that it is a text object, but it has the buttons under it, so whatever. I'm just gonna keep telling myself that this is a prototype until it actually becomes final code. No, don't score. Just okay. Now we restart it. Now we try to play the game. So yeah, that did not make any difference. But restarting the scene is So not get active scene or scene manager to load scene? Like, why is the UI the one thing that's not loading correctly? Okay, is there a different set of text? Is there a different way to restart? Just reload a scene. Scene manager is a loaded level. Get active scene dot name. Scene manager get active scene dot name. That sure seems like. Okay, yeah, no, that's that instead. I wanted the actual thing. Scene manager get active scene dot name. Load scene. That build index. That's by. That's not gonna matter. It's still just. Scene manager to load scene, get active scene dot name. I got 41 or 42 more Unreal Engine courses. Mostly because they were all in a bundle for 25 euro, and there were some things there, and there were some things in Unreal I still have my difficulties with. Plans didn't change though. Complete my current course and then start on development on a first Steam game. That's cool. Although somewhere in there is also finishing the maze game or something, right? Also, I suppose it is ad break, so I might ad break them. I have no clue what to do about this. Because this is Unity just not restarting correctly. That's all this is. And then restart. It loads the scene again and just decides that that's not there anymore. That at least it's consistent though. That's the thing. So. Like, why is it not loading the one thing? Everything else seems to be loading okay. I'm gonna continue making the maze game parallel to the course. Like one day maze, next day course, always switching. Not sure if I mentioned before that there's now a garden gnome item in the maze game. I believe you did mention that. And if you ever have some coding game dev related questions, feel free to ask me anytime on Discord. Can't guarantee I can help, but do my best. I understand, yeah. I know people would like to help when there is problems, especially software game dev kind of people. You say, I have a problem, and that's you know, catnip for, well, I want to help you solve it. Solving other people's problems is the best, because if you don't, then you just leave. And, you know, it sucks for the person that's like trying to have their problem solved, but you get the high of, I helped you solve your problem, or it's just not your problem anymore. And then I can't flip and read it because you flip and don't load things. The UI just doesn't flip and load right. It's just... But yeah, doing that doesn't... Oh. That kind of fixes it. So that has a game over thing. So then we do that. Then we hit restart. And then we go to this version of the game manager, which I've tried, but nothing is loaded. That doesn't seem to be resetting it either. I don't know what to do. I've used Unity for game development for so long. The idea of trying to do a different engine or something is a little intimidating, but it's looking a little more necessary. Like, I'm at the point of, like, I guess it's Godot time. I just wanted to push this a little farther to get it to the point of, like, okay, here's the prototype, here's the idea, then we redo everything. I was gonna mess with Unity dots and stuff too, because I was like, okay, that's for the kind of stuff I like to make, which is a whole bunch of stuff on screen. Okay, let's... I guess we're debugging Unity itself. You can't pause, because it's just Unity itself crashing. Visual elements cannot change their render data under active visual tree. God, I cannot type it. Cannot change. I wish I could just copy it, but it was not letting me copy this. Oh, there we go. Then we can stop looking at how badly I type. There we go. The escape room got 594 downloads. Steam Workshop subscriptions already. I only put it there yesterday evening. I was gonna say, that's pretty dang good. 500 for what I'm assuming is Well, I guess you did say it was part of a competition or something, so that might change it, but still, 600 downloads for a mod, essentially? Or I guess a Steam Workshop thing. I think I have one thing on a Steam Workshop for Tabletop Simulator. Do I even know how to get at that? I don't know if I even know how to get at that. Okay, yeah, I understand that it's an issue. Oh, okay, so this is not a... This is a Unity issue. Okay, this is Unity not loading menus correctly. This is... No, this is... I don't know. Unity editor? Not loading correctly? Okay, yeah, try a clean install of Unity. I don't want to do that right now. Gosh dang it. Okay, so maybe I don't solve this bug. I just get a fresh install of Unity going after the fact here. And if I do want to look at it without the game, I do have a walkthrough on YouTube, because that was a requirement for the competition. Well, do you have the, I guess that might also have the... Because I was like, I would like to just see the game. I don't necessarily need a, like, YouTube Let's Play of what the entire game is. Before, like, it's one of those I would like to see with the game and then make a guess at the puzzles and the escape room stuff in there. Oh, so not on here? No, or I guess not a public, unlisted, yeah, okay. Yeah, there we go. I was gonna say, I was kind of curious with the marketing. Can I can't close this either? Why does every day have to be filled with so many flippin' problems? Because now I've gotten into actually trying to solve the problems. I keep having problems and I keep trying to solve them. Why are you trying to sign into Stack Overflow anyway? Okay, there. No, bugger off. Okay, all that can go away. Oh, easy. Okay, did an easy escape. Yeah, and this is how you had to hand place all of this stuff. So a cauldron of some kind. Oh, I think you did mention fantasy, like mixing potions or something. And then it just decides to not load that. Gee, thanks. Oh, looking at constellations through the... Yeah, okay, so I'm assuming mapping constellations to whichever thing you're looking out the window there. Dig in an item as one of the puzzles, possibly. Is this actually on normal? I was gonna say, this is not normal speed. This seems like it's... there we go. Twice as fast. Okay, there. It's still kind of trying to... Actually, oh. There's a sneaky little puzzle piece behind there. Is that like a taking a picture kind of mechanic? Interesting. That was part of it. I'm not entirely sure what happened there, but I mean, I would be curious to try solving the puzzle. But like I said, I don't want to spend 20 bucks on Escape Simulator 2, then just forget that it exists. Oh, okay, video editing to make the text easier to read. Okay. Yeah, the little hidden puzzle pieces are fun. Oh, they needed a railing. That little bit of staircase that sticking out like that just made me feel a little, you know, safety violation kind of thing there. Cinderbloom Air Essence and Ember Gem. Wow. I like all those sneaky little puzzle pieces. That's some good hiding places on all those puzzle pieces. It's like it looks like an L, but also I don't know if those are supposed to be L's or not. Yeah, see there, that it just needs a little bit of railing. Oh, you even have a curved rail in there. Okay, yeah, yeah, okay, I do think I would have been able to put that together. Yeah, okay, that's the different corners of the thing there being... Is that Libra, I guess? Yeah, okay. I think the constellations also kind of sort of make sense on their own there. Okay, you're going step by step. Aries, maybe? I'm not entirely sure what that constellation was. That one was a little less obvious. That was Aries, okay. I don't know my constellations super well. I know Cassiopeia is a W, and then there's the Big Dipper, and like the North Star. And so I know my dad likes constellations. He knows some of them, but yeah, it's always like, let's go out and stare at the night sky and be like, oh, that's Mars. Oh, look, there's a planet there. Okay, yeah, that one I don't know if I would have been able to translate. Pisces, okay. Yeah, I don't know how well it works for the having the puzzle pieces interspersed within your guide here. But I guess that's more of a critique of how to make a guide as opposed to anything else. I don't know entirely if I would have understood how to pick up on that one. Or if that is just you gotta go find the hidden things. Apple air essence of feather. Is it a specific potion that you need, or you're just trying to make a bunch of potions? water, fire. Oh, I guess a restoration there. All of them are required. Okay. Mandrake tears? Why are you making the mandrakes cry? Oh, restorable. Oh, okay. Well, that's some good keywords there on restoration potion and then paper restorable. Although, because of the green and the potion, I think of a restoration potion being like a healing potion. Which I guess you're restoring something, so. Can you jump off of the stairs there? It sure looks like you could. Just to speed up moving around. Which I guess that does. If you wanted to just get rid of the railing to speed up walking around, so. Oh, you can't. Okay. I guess that might have explained why there was no railing. I mean, like, this all looks like good design, though. I could see why 600 people were excited to try this. I don't know what the heck is with this very light cough that I have. It's just so weird to me that this is the first time I've ever had a cold and then not had the cough go away. Oh yeah, I did see that green button there. Oh, okay. That makes a bit more sense. I just saw the green on the one side. Oh, at least my first thought there would have been you gotta use all 3 potions, not use the Philosopher's Stone there. Although I guess this is also not showing every single hint in the game too. So I don't know if there's more hints and stuff. Well, that's cool. Good job. Looks neat. Can I upvote it? Okay, I was gonna say. Please make sure that you own this game. That would make sense. Oh, yeah. So we're not worried about the bug because Unity is just broken. Doesn't explain why it's not restarting the scene. Well, I don't know. Actually, that might explain why. If the UI is completely broken, that might explain why the restarting the scene is completely broken. Which is also making me think maybe I should not work on the game if I have to just fully download a new version of Unity. But I guess the code in Visual Studio is completely fine here, so. Because the thought that I had was... So, do I get rid of the bumper restriction mechanic here? I kind of want to. And then I also wanted to add an ability to, you can move one button or you can remove one button, and then have those things be, because that's more endgame of Devil. It's really the other touch point to look at now at this point. Yeah, like these removes and stuff. So having a remove and a move. Oh, and that's looking at your deck. Yeah, which I haven't gotten to that point, but... Okay, so the bumpers text, the number of bumpers. Spawn, the number of bumpers, max bumpers. So really I just want this whole thing to be not a concern. That's if num bumpers is less than max bumpers. Max bumpers plus plus. Oh, I guess the most you could ever have bumper-wise is 25 anyway. Except the pipe is in the way, so... Okay, we're just going to hide the bumper UI and set the bumper stuff to 25 and 25. So then the bumper constraint is not there anymore. So then you can make it whatever crazy paths you want. Also, hello. You haven't really missed too much. It's mostly been yapping and complaining that Unity is completely broken. I hope Replicat's been going well. Don't do this to me again. Did you just skip over the... Animal Fest started today. We'll see how it goes. Okay. I did get the big dump of like, there's 22 games that are on sale. It's like, oh, I guess something is happening on Steam today. Okay, Animal Fest. Have you noticed any, I guess if it just started today, probably. Oh, and then Steam takes a day to update, right? So if you noticed any change in players, it wouldn't be until tomorrow, I would assume. Went shopping? I thought you were working on a texture. Unless you were shopping for a thing to make a texture. Okay, what was I... Oh, the bumpers. I was just getting rid of the ability to do bumper restriction. Okay, yeah, so that you can place bumpers wherever. So now what I want to do is add a remove and a move option. So I only did an orange rectangle, so couldn't make a texture. Yeah, again, I don't know what Linux has for good like art tooling. Don't expect anything big out of it since upcoming games are not really featured. Yeah, okay, so this is not a Steam Next Fest. This is a... Oh, but you mentioned Animal Fest starting today, and is Replicat... Because Replicat is part of Animal Fest, right? Or I guess it can't be if it's still upcoming. I miss the purple. I liked the purple in the thing there. But I guess if this is what the publisher likes, then... I guess it doesn't say when the... Oh, I guess, sure. Let's check out the Steam Animal Fest if we're talking about it. I suppose Night in the Woods would count. This sold pretty dang well, didn't it? Yeah, 12,000. Jeez. Kind of a bummer that they couldn't finish the sequel. I definitely enjoyed watching that one. I never did play Night in the Woods, but I definitely enjoyed watching Chicory. I watched my friend who does Let's Plays play through Chicory. That was also really good. Who do you think is the type of guy that looks up and down before crossing the street? Looks up and, or you mean, you know, looks both ways before crossing the street, or are you talking specifically up and down before crossing the street in a horizontal direction? Because that would be a little weird and a little silly, but I don't know, maybe somebody who's very paranoid, or don't know. If you click down and if you scroll down and click upcoming, that shows up there. Because I know there was another. There's a few that are animal based, like roguelike things that did look interesting. Rest of Rats. Oh, this looks like goofy fun. Although this one I feel like might be slightly hard to type into a search, simply because if you spell the word correctly, it's just going to come up with, or it's very easy for it to come up with a restaurant instead of restaurants. How well is this one doing? This one looked interesting to me, but 72 ain't too bad for 5 days ago. Yeah, that's not too bad. Popular upcoming. Yeah, I'm such a sucker for this aesthetic. I've never read any of the Redwall books. I bought the like RPG that was the like Mouse in a Harsh World RPG and never played it. And here I have Winterborough on my wish list, and I doubt I'm ever gonna play it either. Not My War. This doesn't look like an Animal Fest thing. Unless you play as like a little animal or something. Oh, it's been over an hour of standing, so. Patching it so that the corner strat doesn't work anymore. That wasn't even like a strat I was trying to do. It's just, you know, when you're getting chased, like you're gonna run into a corner. Like, I didn't mean to be doing a corner strat. Thank you for the hydrate and the deep breaths. This is one that, like, I enjoyed the heck out of the jam entry. I don't know that I'll ever actually play it. There's too much stuff, man. And it's all good. I was like, this looks kind of horrifying. Hey, there it is. I was just curious if I do popular upcoming and then scroll down enough. There's Replicat. This doesn't say how this is filtered though, does it? I would assume, because this showed up in a showcase, I would assume this actually has a lot of wish lists. I don't know, because like I've heard of Windswept as well, so. And this was part of a jam that did, like. So I have no clue how well that maps to if Replicat is doing like the top of the. Oh, the date being closer plus wishlist plus recent wishlist activity. Oh, these are just straight up by date. Oh, not entirely. Okay, because yeah, November 12th versus the 11th, 10th, 12th, 13, 14, 17, 18. Okay, it's mostly by date except for the one at the top. Rogum, a cat match puzzle. Okay, this is entirely not Replicat, but it's funny that there's a memory matching game with cats and a cat match puzzle releasing within days of each other. Because if you scroll very top and click upcoming, Replicat's not featured there. Oh, yeah, okay, popular upcoming for here, but you're saying this upcoming. Oh, popular upcoming. Versus upcoming, I guess? Okay, yeah, you were saying scroll down and then go to popular upcoming. But then this... Yeah, okay, this looks like it's a different algorithm on this set of stuff. Yeah, it's confusing because there's another upcoming in the browse filters and Replicat is 10th there. Yeah, okay, and I've heard of some of these too. Yeah, I played some Usagi Shima on my phone for a while there. That's cool that it's coming to Steam. See, okay, yeah, but there's multiple of these 100 whatever animals here. Yeah, that's kind of weird and confusing because it's like that. Oh, it's February. That's just coming soon. These look like they're not really related to how recent. A lot of these say coming soon. This has to be wishlist related. Because there's only this that is November. Everything else is not releasing anytime soon. Game about penguins. Next to top demos, I just clicked it. Oh, for the pop air. Yeah. Yeah, that. I looked at this. That's yeah, where Replicat is 10th here. Yeah. The upcoming one. Are you saying this one is it the popular upcoming and upcoming? Because these are... Oh, different. Only a little bit, though? Oh, Haunted Paws is upcoming, but not popular upcoming? Oh, yeah, but Mugenics is in February. '16th in popular upcoming and 10th in upcoming. Yeah, okay. Upcoming looks like it's not... Popular upcoming looks like it is straight up the stuff that is releasing the soonest. And then upcoming looks like it is just stuff that is in the Animal Fest that is coming. Because this is to be announced. This is February. Yeah, this is coming soon. Yeah, so popular upcoming. Have I seen Steam's personal calendar recommendations page? Shoot, I feel like I heard about that and forgot about it entirely. I think I have a couple of links that are like, oh, here's a release calendar of games, and have forgotten about them entirely, so. Why is Replicat up higher in upcoming then? Maybe wishlist related? This one seems to be a little more cobbled together with stuff. Because there's the because it sort of looks like it's doing like, here's a November release, here's to be announced a November, a February, a November, coming soon, a November, and then the rest being November stuff. Yeah, kind of weird. Open it from an anonymous browser, it's the same. Oh yeah, that's probably a good check just because of stuff on wish lists and stuff. Okay, wait, I gotta look at this Not My War thing. Is there an animal in here? As a clever ferret. Okay, so you are a ferret. I was just like, it looks and sounds like it's a war-related game. But now you're a ferret. Have I done that many animal-related games? I don't know. Combat-free Metroidvania. No two escape attempts are ever the same. As in, like a Mussolini almost, then? That sounds kind of wild. I like the art style. It is, like, it's because of the randomizing platforming. It does remind me of Mussolini a little bit. Interesting. I was like, this is another Advance War? Advance Wars? Of which I did get hyped about a couple of Advance Wars style games and then never played them. I played just a little bit of Wargroove, and then, like, I think I got excited about the Kickstarter for Warside, and I haven't played it. And then there's Athena Crisis that looks pretty cool too, and I haven't played it either. Okay, I don't know why, I'm just kind of trolling through. This is all like the same company, right? That just cranks these out. Developers, 100 Cozy Games. Yeah, okay, it's the same developer just cranking out 100 hidden whatevers. I played the one and it took, I don't think even half an hour. So, kind of reskin the same game. But see, and it must do well enough that Steam is putting it in the, like, you know, here in the upcoming wishlist sort of stuff, and the, like, popular upcoming and all that too, so. I don't think it's a bad idea, but it feels like it's flooding the marketplace a little bit. Wait, yeah, when I'm starting to scroll here, and it's 100 Lisbon cats. Specifically, like, here's cats in Lisbon. A 100 demon cats, for example, has 1,100 followers and at least 15k wish lists. Yeah, they do well. It was like, it's, there's a reason that they do them. Well, I do have, I've done some Where's Waldo stuff. I keep thinking about that. I'm like, if I ever give up on the thing that I'm making, which I've done that with every other game I've done, could go back and do like a Where's Waldo thing, because I have all of that, so. Go to sleep now. Have a nice rest of the stream and evening. With some deep breaths and a hydrate and a stretch and a do push-ups. That's probably not a bad idea. I keep not exercising because I'm like, I don't feel super good. And my kidney stone. But I'm realizing, yeah, maybe it's the other way around. If I exercise, then I will feel better. So, okay, wait. We'll do it in order of the things. But also, have a good night. Have a good rest. Sleep well. Some kind of fighting game with animals, but also using a numpad that I'm like, I don't even have a numpad. Ruh-roh. And a hydrate. And a stretch. Which is like, nah, you gotta do the classic, like, arms above the head kind of thing. And I'm just going for, like, back stretches, because at least my back hasn't been hurting as bad, but it still definitely does not feel better. But now, some push-ups. Oh, everything's all tangled. Okay. Well, at least I could still crank out 10 push-ups, okay. I should try doing some pull-ups again at some point, too. I was doing pull-ups for a while there. And, that's the thing. I felt like I was exercising for quite a bit there. I guess I was only pushing myself like a couple more push-ups every day, but still. Over 30 weeks, it was like there was a lot more push-ups by the end of it. I never really cranked out more pull-ups, though. I get about 5. And then I hit like a... Nah. Or no, I was doing like kind of 5 of each type of pull-up, so I guess it was closer to like 10 or 15. But that was pushing it to do that. Okay, I think I'm good on the animal thing. Okay, I got rid of the restriction there. Instead, we'll do some bumpers text. This is going to be move, I guess. And then remove. That might be a little confusing. Deletes. Well, I guess the end game of Devil just has an icon. For now, we're just gonna stick with the text. I'm not doing icons. Okay, so then I'll tie this into the game manager so that you have an option to move a button or remove a button. That's ideally what it's gonna be. Yeah, I don't know what this really weird light cough is. It keeps kind of like coming and going too. It's like there's a day where I'll cough like 3 times, just really light baby coughs. And then today I'm like getting a bit more cough. But it's not like I'm coughing up anything either. I'm just making noise. It's not like I'm full of phlegm and got a cold or anything. I'm just making noise. This never happened to me before. It's like I did have a cold over the vacation, and that was 4 weeks ago, so it was like that was a month ago that I had that cold. And it's like, that feels like I should be cleared up at this point. But I guess there's also allergies or something, and I've never really been tested for allergies. I've never really had a problem with it either. But I guess I am getting older. Definitely feel it, so. Okay, and this is not a max. I'm not going to worry about a max on this. So this will just be moves is equal to bumpers. So this will be, it's both bumper related, so moves and removes. And then you're going to be kind of following the same pattern, but not the same thing. Moves, removes, moves and removes. I did miss a step there, didn't I? Okay, I guess same idea, but with the removes. Anybody heard the latest Joji stuff? I've actually been enjoying the latest Joji songs that have been put out. So far, I think it's the pixelated whatever that has been my favorite, but what's the song? Yeah, I wasn't huge on Pixelated Kisses. Yeah, Pixelated Kisses I was enjoying. Past Won't Leave My Bed feels like a redux of Glimpse of Us, which I think I like Glimpse of Us better. It's not bad, but not my favorite. And this one's just so short, I don't feel like I can get a good sense of it. But Pixelated Kisses I was enjoying. I mean, I didn't realize that that's what I could listen to. Not SoundCloud would be a little miffed if I were I didn't need drama. There we go. I was like, I didn't need drama about Justin Bieber. But I listened to Swag when he dropped Swag, and then didn't realize he dropped Swag 2 right after that. And so far I've gotten about halfway through the album before realizing, oh, I got other stuff. And then So these last few songs here, I haven't actually listened to. I still need to finish Swag 2. I don't know, his stuff's been good, but not as... Yeah, I think it's Purpose. Purpose is this album from, what, 10 years ago that I enjoyed better for Justin Bieber stuff. I don't know why we're going over Justin Bieber. That's just because I like Justin Bieber. I do like his music and stuff. I still... Yeah, Katy Perry is the one artist that I used to really enjoy, and now she's fallen off. Not that I disliked her stuff. Again, it's the same kind of thing of, like, still, like... I still listen to it, but... Oh, she's done something new. Interesting. Yeah, this album was just a bunch of nothing. I don't recall this at all. But there's a new Katy Perry song, too. Interesting. Wow, looking entirely different in that photo. Yeah, it's like, I liked her stuff from years ago, too. Okay, enough with artist reviews. A little like, oh, I like the Charlie XCX. She just put out something new. It was like this music video that was just very heavy on the, like... I don't know, it was kind of weird in terms of, like, was this music, or was this a video, or was this a music video that, like, I don't know exactly what it was supposed to be, but it was pretty cool, though, at any rate. Okay. Enough yapping, back to doing. Well, okay, ideally both at the same time. Moves. So now this num moves is going to be related to... okay, wait, num bumpers. Because I didn't get rid of the thing where it does the max bumpers. That's really what it is I want you to have another move when you... So num moves. And then num removes. So then I can test both of these things. I probably should have just made one and then the other, but that's okay. And then it's when you move a bumper that it'll check, or when you click a bumper to try to move a bumper, when you click a button to try to move the button, it'll actually do it instead of just not doing it, if you have a move to do it. Okay, wait, this is when a button gets clicked or something? Shoot, I don't remember how I did this. No, it's probably here when it's trying to see if it has selected a button. Hit a UI button. And then held item. But I made it so that you can't actually pick up the buttons anymore. But it's something that I want to bring back again. And I do realize that these are both on top of each other. So let's scooch you up just a smidge. I feel like ads had to have run at some point and I missed it. Because I am getting back to the point of, like, I wouldn't mind using the restroom. I don't know that I want to start ads, though. Okay. I'll actually attach them to the game manager, gee whiz. You don't need to explode that badly. Yeah, let's see. What else was I up to today? I saw the urologist. That's where it was. Hey, let's go set you up with a CT scan. That's the next step on your kidney stone journey here, I suppose. Oh, look at all those blue twos. Look at all of those blue twos. That's a lot of them. Oh, I guess we can just test it and make sure that it's doing that correctly. Yes. Okay, so now you have a remove and a move. To say, like, this red is not going to work out. So, collider hit cylinder. It's like, bring this one back? Because this is the one about the following the mouse or not. And this is just checking. No. Okay, wait, so. It's setting the held. If it's not equal to null, then the held item is that. Yeah, it's trying to place it at a grid space if it is in fact a grid space to place it on, but. Oh, and it's if it's the eraser. Oh, I guess, which... Okay, no, I'm just trying to get the move, not the remove. I'll worry about remove later. Which I guess that could be a button, much like Endgame of Devil does, where you click the button, and then you remove the thing that you want to remove. This looks like it's the moving the button. But it's if it's not equal to null. Okay, yeah, tell me where the held item thing is. This is once you're holding the item, and you're dropping the item, I think. That's what that is. That's when you're dropping the item. Oh, there we go, that's where it was. Held item equals whatever this item is that it hit. Okay, then we also want to check the moves. Is greater than 0. And then when you drop the button, which wherever I saw that, okay, this is placing a button. Then moves minus. Maybe, kind of, sort of. And we're gonna fully reset it because not only am I paranoid, but Unity's also dumb. Or that just worked perfectly the first time. And I didn't even need to reset it. Crazy. You're crazy. What? What? And that's why we reset it all the time. Because I don't know why that wouldn't be scoring. It doesn't give me a timer as to when the ads might be imminent. That's a bummer. I would like to know when the ads are imminent so that I can time out when to take a piss. I guess give me this green 3. So now I don't have any moves. Why don't I have any moves? Should have given me 1 when because I had the removes. So let's try that again. Why is the moves not going up? Numbers. It worked great the first time, and now it's not doing it. This is when any button is play. Oh. This is when I am doing when I'm placing the new button. That's why. Okay. So I need it to be. Okay. I gotta go take a piss. I will go run ads. Now that I've unlocked this power. Oh yeah, this one. Okay. I'll be back. Okay. So now the question is... I need to... or at least I want to differentiate between... here, when you pick up a button, and the UI button. So that when you add a new button, it does not take away from your moves. I could, as a stopgap, when you pick up a new button, yeah, here, hit a UI button, holding item is true. Then you can do no moves. Plus plus. So that I can keep all the features that I have while also adding this one. And then I don't know about the removes being easy to... Okay, so now... you have no moves if you do a thing. I don't think I want any of these. So now you have 1 moves. If I add a button, it does not removes. The fact that I added a button, right? So it adds and then it removes. Okay, yeah, a little confusing. But then it still lets you move stuff. It does not let you remove stuff, so like that. Oh, I could have it be a move into the trash can, too. Because it could just be move off the board. So... leave the stream and head to bed. Good night. Have a good sleep and stuff. Bugs to fix tomorrow. I'm assuming for Replicant. Good luck with your bugs. Or you could leave them in for the Animal Fest. More animals for Animal Fest. Or, you know, squash the bugs. Probably not a bad idea. Yeah, okay, so you can't move together. So, but I kind of like the idea that you can... well, I don't know. It's probably easy... if you want to remove something, it's probably easier to just say I'm in remove mode and then remove it, as opposed to move to trash can. At least in terms of endgame of Devil, they have just you switch it into remove. And in terms of Bellatra, when you remove a card, that's also select which cards to remove, and then trigger the remove. It's just for now, though, it just feels like, well, I could just put this in a... like, I don't have a spot to drop the buttons when you delete them. And I don't know of an easy way to do, like, here's a garbage bin. But, meaning we probably just hide the removes. I'm not going to worry about that right now. It's just because I have an easy way to delete buttons and stuff. I just don't have an easy way to toggle between a remove. Yeah, and I guess that is if I just add a button, then that would put it into remove mode, and then I could, I don't know, whatever. I can just do this for now. I don't need to worry about adding. Well, it's just because of the deck thinning aspect of this. So that, like, that's kind of what the game is. Because it's a deck builder, you want to thin your deck, as well as add stuff that you want to add to it. Yeah, so that orange 3, where it's like, okay, well, I'm not doing, or this green 3 here, and say I'm not doing that. As much as I love orange, there's no other orange stuff. Yeah, and I don't think I'm doing anything with right click right now. You're saying goodbye to the bot? Now see, ideally it's one of those, like, they follow me and then they get nuked. But in this case, when it's just a bot. I was gonna say, I can't even, like, it pops up with a message so fast in the bot, the Sari bot deletes the bot message. I don't even get a chance to see what it said. Because I think it said something about best viewers with all of the special characters and stuff too. Well, it's just because I think remove is a little, like, and it's, I have this here. It's just a matter of how do I make this. It's because when I tried to do right click to do something, it just was not. I was having problems with that last time, so. And it's 8:30. I should think about going to bed, but if I could just tweak something just a little bit. Well, okay, when it's the... No, okay, wait, place button. I had the code for place button, wherever that is. Is it further down a little more? There, placing button. That's if it was released this frame, and if it was on a grid space, then it actually puts it to the grid space. But if it's not, as in you just drop it off the side of the board, then we can remove it. However, I was doing the removing of a button. Because then I don't even need to do like some kind of trash can or something either. I can just say if you move a button off the board, then it's bumper.remove, deck.remove. Selected item. But does that delete the item, or that's just removing it from the list of deck options? Oh, I don't actually think I have a remove, or obviously I have remove from the deck. This is when shuffling the deck. Yeah, okay, but I don't actually have removed the... Okay, so this is remove, so... Remove button when placed off the board. Which should be a deck.remove, but also a delete the button. these would still need to happen no matter what. Yeah, and I would not want them outside of the if. No, I would. It's an else and an if. Yeah, okay, no, this is when you're holding an item and you release the button. Then it will just say you're no longer holding onto this item and you no longer get to do that move. Okay, well, so I guess first deck dot remove. I guess object or just you are full of game objects, so that hopefully it's the held item game object. I don't actually know. I would assume that's the button, and then the held items just destroy the held item. Maybe. We'll see if that removes it from the deck. So if you just dump it off the side of the board, does that delete it? I mean, theoretically it should delete it, but I think hopefully it also deletes it from the deck. So let's say I want this blue 4. Looks like a good one to get rid of. I can't do that just yet. Let's do that next round. So we'll just add something there. Okay, now I have a move. So this blue 4, I move it off the board, it deletes. Now, if I because I think this has more stuff in the deck than is actually visible here. But I'm not entirely sure. So I do this. And score well enough to get another move. The blue 4 I'm no longer seeing. So it's a yellow 5. So if I get rid of all the yellows. Dagnabbit. Because I would like to score the green 4 into the green 4, but then that puts it in a 2 there if I go that direction with it, which I think I will do anyway. So there. Oh, I can't remove stuff, can I? Because the move and the remove are kind of tied into each other. So now we get rid of this yellow one. So yeah, I can't move stuff around now. Oh, wait. I could actually do that then. Instead, I can do... That's actually an easy thing to solve. So now this is not removes. And at any rate, the held item is no longer held. So now you can keep your moves and your removes, so they are... Man, I felt like I was doing nothing for so long, as in like months and months of doing nothing, and now here, in a couple days, I'm like, I want to prototype this feature. And then it's just like, here you go, you can have a move, and you can have a remove, and... Yeah, so you do not attach to anything, well... Aha, so then that I can get rid of. Oh, I want to score this 1 here, it would be nice. But then I want to score it over to like an orange or something. It doesn't matter at this point. This This round is easy enough. Oh. I can still move something. I have a move that I can do. Or I wait until another round when I would like a... Oh, now there's lots of interesting decisions. Or even more interesting decisions. I guess we kind of have to score that one. Unless we move it. I could move it to the end here. I don't think there's anything I want to get rid of right now. Do I want this 4, maybe? Oh, that didn't score nearly as well as I was hoping. So now, is there anything I want to get rid of? Nothing sticks out as like a... I absolutely have to get rid of it, because this can actually match up with that now. I do wonder if adding the moves and removes might... I want to have 2 moves. So I could do something like this. And then I can also move this 4 somewhere to like... Because now I'm like, okay, I could hit that and that. And again, nothing is... Well, this is a purple. Maybe we just... Oh, I can't move it off now. Ah, okay, so that's a little confused there. That also didn't score enough? I thought I scored a couple of... I should have scored like 200, I think. Because there's a blue 5, and then... Yeah, now I've gotten to the point of like, well, now that I've opened up the idea of moves and removes, I think that's also making it so there's so many more decisions now. Which isn't necessarily bad, it's just when I want to actually have the decisions be made. Yeah, because it's just because if you can move anything anywhere, just having a single move adds so much more complexity. So I guess if I just turned it into removes instead of moves, that might be a little easier. Although that's still a good amount of complexity because you can remove anything at any time. I'm like, I kind of want to score these 2s, but... Well, and if I do... maybe this blue one, I guess? And score it into this one. I might have... It doesn't feel like it's scoring exactly correctly. Yeah, and there's nothing I want to remove. Stuff I want to move, though. Well, I don't know, because I could just do this to go through the oranges, and then that to go through the yellows. And I don't think that's going to be enough, but I guess we'll see. Okay, it's 8:45. I can just package this up with a web build and go pass out, and then come back tomorrow. It's I don't know. We'll see what tomorrow brings. No, I'm thinking I'm gonna do like. As much as I want to stream all of tomorrow and like just binge Borderlands 4 until it's done, I don't think I will. We'll see. I don't know. Okay. It's on a web build. Give me a clean build for to date, which is the 10th November. And then this is going to take a while, so while that takes a while, I'm going to watch a YouTube video. That's the default. The default's always to watch a YouTube video. I'm going to yap about something. I'm going to yap about... Let's see. I'm always talking about games. See, the problem is, like, oh, books. We'll talk about books. I never talk about books. And the reason I don't talk about books is because I don't read books anymore. I miss it. But I can't find the time. Or I haven't found the time. I haven't made time to find it. But there's the Debug magazine. Actually, that's a good thing to remember. But it was, Debug was like, I don't know if I'm going to find time for this. But when it said it's $20 a year to get a bunch of indie game magazines, it was like, that's cheap. It's like $2 a month less than $2 a month for an entire article about indie games and stuff. That's what I should be doing. I've been playing Marvel Snap. I should be reading an article while I eat food. But in terms of reading, I think this is how I want to get back into reading at least a little bit, is to, because that was, what, yesterday or the day before, where I was like, okay, you know, $20 a year to get the digital versions of these magazines. It's like, that's cheap enough that, like... I was like, it doesn't look like you're looking inside of it at all. But yeah, I downloaded a whole bunch of these onto my... Oh, okay. No, wait, the web version isn't nearly as bad. Also, are you telling me that it's done already? It's not done already. No. So maybe I'll go make sure, because I put... There we go. Let's leave my Kindle in a different spot to remember the fact that I have a bunch of indie game magazine articles to read. I don't have to read all of the other previous magazine articles, but they gave them to me. It gave me all of the other magazines, so it was like, I guess I could if I want to. Oh, that really does not tell me what the, oh, no, 12, debug 2507. No, okay, so that's... Okay, no, that's talking about the Galaxies showcase. What's this one then? None of these are looking like The Last Caretaker, which I haven't really heard of that one, so I'm like, aha, this one's The Last Caretaker. September to October 2025. Okay. Now, you're gonna read it to me? What, the thing about The Last Caretaker? As in, you also have this Debug magazine? What was the last book I read? The last book I read, I think that's also, I burnt myself out on books by reading classic literature, because I think it was the Bronte sisters stuff. So I guess the last one was the Tenant of Wildfell Hall. Oh, I never watched, because I watched the movie for Jane Eyre, which I liked. I watched the movie for Wuthering Heights, which I was a little bummed by because the movie was just like, here's the first part of the book, and I'm like, I liked the second part of the book. I liked the aftermath of this relationship that didn't go right. Which I think there is a show that does more for Wuthering Heights, which would make sense. It's like there was a lot that goes on in there. And I know it's the same thing with Jane Eyre, where they skipped a good chunk at the end of the book because there's a good chunk at the end of the book that is quite skippable story-wise. Or it's like interesting for her life, but in terms of the kind of core relationship, there's just a chunk at the end where she's not there. Or, you know, when they're not together, so that's a pretty easy part to skip when you're focused on the relationship. And then, the Tenant of Wildfell Hall, I don't think is nearly as popular. And I think it was my least favorite, too. I think I liked Jane Eyre at the best, because I think that was, like, the simplest. It's like, okay, it's just this relationship. Wuthering Heights is good, though, too. Okay, and yeah, these are shows. Of which I haven't even found hardly time to just play 5 minutes of Marvel Snap. At least finally, the doctor visits are now. Well, I guess I do have a CT scan somewhat soon, but hopefully, yeah, because I had a dentist appointment to get a crown not too long ago, and then I had the ultrasound to say yes, there is still infected kidney stone. Then I had the follow-up meeting today. But at least I think for a week or two, I won't have doctor visits and I can get back into some amount of routine. Well, I think I did schedule something for Monday, though. And, like, tomorrow, I tried scheduling a therapist appointment on, like, a Saturday, because I was like, yeah, it seems like a good idea. I should try talking to a therapist. It's just trying to use the insurance site to say, okay, is this person in network? And then it was like, I think I signed up for more of like a crisis person as opposed to like, okay, here's a therapist to see on a regular basis. So I guess we'll see. I don't know what it's gonna be, but it's also like if it's just a quick conversation over a video, I'm just trying to do stuff for my health, finally. I could get my kidney stone blasted, and maybe see a therapist on a regular basis, and I went to the dentist not too long ago. I'm holding off on going to the eye doctor because the all the health insurance stuff will update in a month anyway, in December. So I'm like, okay, I'll have new health insurance cards. So instead of trying to get an eye doctor appointment and then, well, okay, no, I lied. I guess I could set up an eye doctor appointment. I will get the new card in December, and then so I guess maybe I should look into setting up an eye doctor appointment too. That seems like the least necessary, though. Of all the things that I've been complaining about, my eyes have been fine. My glasses prescription's probably wildly out of date, but my eyeballs have been fine. Okay, it is still in fact running. Been doing some good listening. Oh yeah, because I haven't done an audiobook in a while. I was doing audiobooks for quite a while there. But now after getting back from vacation and trying to catch up on podcasts, that's all I've been listening to is podcasts. Mostly post games. It was after post games said like, oh, I want this to be a podcast that you listen to on your drive. And I was like, oh yeah, no, this would be great to listen to on a drive. So that's been my driving podcast as I catch up on post games. Wait, post games just had a new episode, didn't it? Oh yeah, because Ambrosia Sky just came out. I was like, no, probably Player FM is what I want to look at. It was so funny when he was talking about like, oh, I knew I wanted to call it Post Games, and yet didn't know what Post Games was gonna be. And it was like, how did you know what the name was? Post game, like, plus I don't even entirely know what that's supposed to mean in terms of post games. Because it does sound like it could be like after games. Like, oh, what comes after games? Which would be kind of an interesting question, I guess. Like, what medium would come? Well, I don't know if there's like a progression of media. I don't know why I'm trying to sign in a player FM right now. I was just kind of... Because then I'm going to look at all these subscriptions of all these podcasts that I don't listen to anymore. There's like 5 of these that I still listen to on a regular basis. It's Post Games, Think Like a Game Designer, Dungeons and Daddies I need to catch up on, Third Shift, Mission to Zix, Lemonade Stand. That's more than 5, but that's about 5. But yeah, the rest of these, good stuff. Well, okay, this one I tried listening to, but the newsletter's good here, so I was like, oh, I'll try listening to the podcast, but I wasn't enjoying the podcast as much. Okay, you... This file will be hidden because... There we go. Okay, save, and refresh this. That's the thing though, it's like if you add an ability to move a button once, just a single move for a button, it does add so much more complexity. Yeah, but like here, it's like, well, but I do want to remove that. That seems like an obvious one to remove. Oh, this green 6 seems like a good one to add if it matches up with that. So now I can get rid of this to say, okay, I don't want this purple. Yeah, so that's not too bad of a decision, but it's this moving. When you have an ability to move anything anywhere, yeah, you can only move one, because I'm like, here I want to move both of these. But in a lot of cases, that's like, okay, well, let's just clear them out. But now I could do like okay, if I wanted to go green, green, green 2, then I could move that to give it enough space to get in there. I don't know where I'm going to move it to. Well, at least I have it as an option. Okay, yeah, there's blue 5, so yeah, there's the stuff that's like an easy to figure out whether I want to remove it or not, but... Oh, well, I guess this isn't... Well, because it's like, ideally, I wanted to go that away to hit all these green 2s. So we do that to remove you, then we do this to move you, with these other yellow ones, then we add you there. Why? What is this bug? I don't understand what this bug is. Dagnabbit. There's some spots that are not accessible, and I don't know what's there and causing that. Yeah, because I don't want to score that 6. I can go the other way, though. There, then I still score the 6 because it's just gonna keep going. Headgum. I was gonna say it's gonna score pretty good anyway. Okay. Well, that's all good to go. I need to get into the habit of actually. Wow, it's because it's the Windows build problem. It's the web build versus the Windows build problem. If I do a Windows build, that's a little easier to showcase it, but then... Oh no, I could do that here, couldn't I? So then I could do this. Wow, that took a while to start up. I don't think there's anything I want to obviously remove. Okay. So I lied. We do that. Actually, yeah, that's a good question as to what did that give me video-wise. Okay, I want to look at the folder and say new. There we go. Now, what did you give me for video? Here? Here? Is it here? I just saw it. Wait, videos captures. So if I look at videos and captures, it's right there. But then I gotta look at it and it's like, I don't see it in here. There it is. Okay. Okay, so it is capturing that just fine. So now I want to refresh this actually. Okay, so then I can do... wait, I want to score first once. Don't we all want to score first once? Everybody wants to score at least once, right? Okay, but now we do there to record it, and then do pick it up and drop it to remove it, and then also do a this one here, and then we'll also move that there. Not that that's going to score super well. And then we do that. And then we do that. And then I can post something on social media for once, since it's been a while. It's not going to be a good video, but it's going to be a something. I'm just trying to get back into habits. Trying to get back into doing anything here. Portfolio being Twitter. I guess I could post on Twitter. It's just because of the fact that Twitter is still huge, which is surprising to me. I'm like, I feel like it should be dead and gone and done. I don't know how people are finding these. It's just crazy to me because this is just random pixel art from years ago. Like this. I'm like, how and why is somebody liking this random tweet from forever ago? But I guess that gives some sense of how many people are still on Twitter. Let's see, do garbage can, I guess. Rubbish. Hey, it does, okay. What have I been tagging this with? Oh, hey, I didn't tag this roguelike or Rube Goldberg. Those are probably the two that I should think about. Indie game dev, game dev. I don't really need buttons, and I do want to just change it what the hashtags say. Roguelike and Rube Goldberg. No, satisfying. That's satisfying puzzle roguelike. Those are the tags. Okay, let's do that then. Satisfying. Satis. Holy god balls. Okay, and this is why I was doing it on X the Everything app. Because when you do the hashtags on X the Everything app, it actually gives you the auto-complete. Satisfying. There we go. Puzzle roguelike. There we go. Satisfying puzzle roguelike. And then also I want to add some media here. That would help. Oh, wait. I can just drag it onto there, right? There we go. So now we can grab those from there. Put them over here. That and that. And Conrad33, whoa. Is this in reference to my coughing? Yeah, some days, like I said, I wake up and it's just like... Oh. I didn't edit this at all. Whatever. I'm just... it's a bad post. I'm just posting to get used to the idea of posting again. No, I don't want Facebook to be updating me about anything. I'm just trying to do the social... No, it's social journaling. That's how I think of it. It's literally just so that I have a thing on the internet everywhere. So that I can. It's not what I copied. That is what I copied, but that's not what I wanted. Yeah, it's like, I'd be curious what TikTok thinks of this, but that's if it were actually edited in a way that would be a little better, but that's okay. I don't care. Actually, wait, I can just drop it on TikTok, right? Wait, TikTok it's going to be a US-based thing using Oracle at some point, right? Or no? That was still a discussion? Okay, so then upload. Yeah, see, they don't... It's the one thing about TikTok is, like, it doesn't automatically crop it for you like Instagram does. Or does Instagram even automatically crop it for you? Yeah, this is why you gotta do TikTok on your phone instead of just on... It'd be nice to spam it to everywhere. I'm still gonna flip and just post it in everywhere. I don't. We're just posting to post again. I even put it on Twitter. Okay, and that's still not everywhere. Because that's not Discord. And I should have edited it, but that's okay. Okay, now is that everybody? Because that's Discord and all the social medias and... Okay, I think that's everything. It's 9 o'clock. I'm hacking and coughing and dying for some reason. It's sleepy. And... everybody's gone too, right? Raise your hand if you're not here. Better yet, raise somebody else's hand to say that they're not here. Okay, apparently not present and accounted for. Good. 3? Oh, it might jump up to 4 when I join my own stream. 3 seems like more than usual. Oh, wait. Brainoid is asleep, but left the stream on. Oh, that's tempting. I've never watched any of the content here, but obviously you can tell why the name there.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. No, I'm not. I haven't done tabletop game stuff in so long. Let's see, Solid Plasma, I think I rated not too long ago. Gee, thanks. I don't watch sports. I don't know why I would even care about it. Well, okay, I guess the betting does not necessarily have to be related to this. You don't actually have to watch the thing. You just have to win the money based on the outcome of the thing. At least what I've heard about with sports betting is that there's a lot of stuff that is like parlays. You're just guessing what happens, not even guessing.
I think we need another little,
Like you don't even have to know anything about sports. You just have to say, oh, if this thing happens, I win money. Yeah, okay. Let's go raid over here, and then I will call it a night.
I know you were talking about this game, but I didn't see the devlog. Gonna watch it after this? Yeah, you should. It's just a project that I decided to do. I felt like it would be a good in between.
And then I will come back at some point tomorrow. I don't actually like I said, I'm tempted to stream a whole bunch tomorrow and play a bunch of Borderlands 4, but I also
game dev related because that's what I enjoy
think I
doing,
should
and I feel like what I'm good at. So
I think I should do adult things and chores and stuff, so
yeah,
we'll see.
I thought this would be a good in between because like I didn't want to jump into like a new game right away. Like, yo, forget about Super G. We're working on this new thing. So this is a new game, but it's not like
There will probably be some Borderlands 4 tomorrow, though.
Devlog series, pretty much.
And hopefully some
You're
game
saying
dev,
Super
but
G
we'll
was
see.
on pause, but are you done with it now in
Oh,
general?
yeah, Brainoid's not here
For the time
to
being,
actually
yeah,
accept the raid.
It's like realistically,
would
I'm
make
not
sense.
picking it up
Okay, well,
soon, you know what I mean?
we'll just do this then. Okay, I will be back
But yeah,
tomorrow
that is
with some
kind
more
of
game dev
where it's at.
and probably Borderlands 4 in the middle of the day. But we'll see. Okay, bye, good night, have fun sleeping. Good luck, bye.
Alrighty. Oh shit, I forgot to add collision to that.